Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. First of all, thank you so much for always supporting the channel and staying tuned. I really appreciate everyone who watches the videos, leaves comments, and shares your own testing results. A lot of the ideas for these videos actually come from your questions and discussions, so thank you for always keeping the conversation going. Lately, almost all of my content has been focused on Himmelnez, testing builds, inheritance skills, equipment, and trying to figure out the best way to play the job in both PvP and PvE. I know some of you have been enjoying those videos, but today, I thought it would be nice to take a little break and revisit one of my favorite jobs that I've played for a very long time, Nameless. To be honest, even though Himmelnez is my newest project, Nameless is still one of the jobs I understand the most. I've spent countless hours playing it, testing different builds, and experimenting with different inheritance skills. Because of that, every time I unlock a new inheritance skill, I always end up asking myself the same question. Would this actually make Nameless stronger? After trying quite a few combinations, I finally found one inheritance skill that really stood out. The inheritance skill I'm talking about today is Inner Fire Blessing. Inherited from Sara Alin, the skill simply says that while you're in hiding status, you gain final damage reduction and recover a percentage of your HP every second. At level 10, the numbers are 20% final damage reduction, 2% HP recovery every second while hidden. At first glance, many players might skip this skill because it doesn't increase your damage. There's no extra critical damage, no penetration, no bonus attack, and no flashy burst damage. But after using Nameless for a long time, I've realized something. The biggest reason Nameless dies isn't because the job lacks damage. It's because once your defensive rotation breaks, you can disappear almost instantly if you're caught by the enemy. That's why I think survivability is actually much more valuable than squeezing out another few percent of DPS. The longer you stay alive, the more opportunities you have to reposition. Wait for cooldowns, keep your shadows active, and continue dealing damage. So instead of asking, how can I hit harder? I started asking, how can I stay alive long enough to keep hitting? That's exactly where Inner Fire Blessing shines. On paper, it looks like a simple defensive inheritance skill. But once you combine it with everything Nameless already has in its toolkit, the result becomes much stronger than the description suggests. To show you exactly what I mean, let's head over to the Yoyo PvP arena, where it's much easier to demonstrate why this inheritance skill has become one of my favorite choices for Nameless. The biggest reason this inheritance skill is so powerful is because it perfectly complements the way Nameless is designed. As many of you already know, Nameless has a defensive mechanic where, as long as one of your shadows remains on the battlefield, each shadow provides around 45% final damage reduction. On top of that, I'm also using the Himmelnez shadow equipment together with the Wasteland Lord style card combination, which provides another powerful layer of survivability by giving additional final damage reduction when my HP stays above 80%. Then you add all the other defensive stats that most Nameless builds already have: physical damage reduction, magic damage reduction, and support buffs from teammates. And suddenly, your character becomes much tankier than people usually expect from a DPS build. Now let's look at the healing. With Inner Fire Blessing, my current setup restores around 1.8% HP every second. My Nameless runes and totems provide another 1.62% HP recovery. During Magic Prism, if I activate Steel Body, that adds another 3% HP recovery. When you add everything together, my Nameless recovers roughly 6.42% HP every tick during combat. That means if I survive the initial burst and successfully enter hiding, I can recover from nearly empty HP back to full in roughly 16 seconds, completely on my own, and that's without including any outside healing. Once you add support from an LMX, Kafra, Saint, or any other healer, the survivability becomes even more ridiculous. For me, that's the biggest strength of Inner Fire Blessing. It doesn't increase your damage directly. Instead, it allows your DPS to stay alive much longer, maintain all of your defensive buffs, and keep fighting instead of constantly dying and restarting the battle. Sometimes surviving one more combo is worth much more than adding another few % of damage. Of course, every team has a different composition, and every player has different priorities. But after testing it myself, I honestly think Inner Fire Blessing is one of the most valuable inheritance skills you can unlock for Nameless PvP. Let me know what inheritance skills you're currently using on your Nameless and whether you've tried this combination yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.